Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad bin Muhammad Noor. I will explain about the practical of efficiency of a compressor. My group member is me, is Muhammad, and then next is Muhammad Noor Firdaus, and the third member is Amir Hafizi, and last is Zaimuddin. For the introduction part, an air compressor is a pneumatic device that converts energy into potential energy that is stored in compressed air. Compressors are used in the course of industry through energy air tools, paint sprayer, and abrasive blast equipment. As with pump, compressors are divided into uh, two type, which is centrifugal, which is dynamic, or a kinetic and positive displacement type. For the objective of this experiment was run to understand and the working concept of air compressor, identify the type of air compressor used in utilization by diesel pilot plant, and third is calculate the power consumption of the air compressor used in 8 hours, calculate the cost of running air compressor for 8 hours, and last, identify the efficiency of air compressor use. For the theory part, air compressor are some of the foremost necessary appliances found at construction site as they will be used as a power supply for power tools. One of the common type of air compressor is rotary screw compressor, which is used in this utilization by diesel pilot plant. Rotary screws is a typical displacement compressor and are among of the simplest air compressor in the market. It is because it includes the internal cooling system that does not need any upkeep. The working principle of rotary screw compressor is gas is drawn into the compressor chamber, then two screw rotor are rotated rapidly, and as air is moved down the chamber, and then the chamber contracts, the pressure rises as the volume falls. For the procedure part, there is a safety procedure that we want to need to go before we starting the air compressor. We must wear appropriate PPE and then keep your environment cool to prevent machine from overheating, and also keep space near exit clear of obstruction if any accident occur, and then learn how to use the equipment properly before operating such a machinery. There is a startup procedure of the compressor, and then recording the data of air compressor after startup procedure, which we record the starting and operation temperature of the compressor, and then the data for the power consumption, and lastly the flow rate of the air compressor itself. This is the air compressor shutdown procedure. For the observation part, the observation shows the air compressor starting temperature was at 27 degrees Celsius. After 10 minutes of running, the operation temperature of the air compressor was at 80 degrees Celsius, so that the flow rate produced by the air compressor was 2.53 meter cube per minute. The compressed air produced that then channeled to the plant facility to produce power to the diaphragm pump and also the pneumatic control valve. The power consumption for the air compressor was 22 kilowatt. This is for the result of that I calculate. First of all, the temperature of the starting initial temperature of the air compressor, which is 300.15 Kelvin, and the operation temperature, which is T2, is 353.15 Kelvin. So after we calculate the power output that produced, we can see the power output is 2.884 kilowatt for producing the air compress. And then after the usage cost, which is the input power of the air compressor, which is 22 kilowatt times with 8 hours, it shows 176 kilowatt hour. So for the cost using the tariff C1, the cost is 64 ringgit 24 cent per day. So the air compressor efficiency, which is power output divided by power input, so it shows the air compressor efficiency is 13%. So for the discussion part, the machine was one of the most energy consumer in the plant facility. The efficiency of the air compressor record also very low, which was 13%. It shows the efficiency of air compressor was very low. The calculation shows if the air compressor was running 8 hours straight and does not reach the cutoff if the pressure was reached at the set point. Since the experiment not conducted on the cycle of startup and shutdown of the air compressor when it reached the set point of air compressor, therefore the air compressor showed the consumption of electricity was very high. This is very abnormal because most of the air compressor will cut off the power since the pressure inside the tank was reached at the set point. So we can say that the 32 kilowatt is used by the air compressor since the cut-off phenomenon occur. If the factor of air compressor is shut down when reach set pressure, the power consumption of the air compressor will be more lower and efficiency will be increased. So for the conclusion part, air compressor is one of the primary machine used by industry to moving something using pneumatic system. The efficiency of the air compressor very vital to decrease the cost of electrical conversion in producing compressed air. As we can see, if the air compressor keep running 8 hours straight without being stopped, it shows the 64 ringgit per day is needed for running the air compressor. Therefore, the problems such as leaking need to be detected immediately if occur, and high usage of compressed air machine need to change to more efficient systems such as electric motor. There we can see the air compressor is not a suitable machine to produce power to the high energy consumption of machine. So therefore, we go to the more efficient type, which is electrical motor. So this is reference. That's all from me. Thank you.